Watering. This is what we're talking about, the water requirements of plants and how to water. So this is a little introduction here. So you got to witness the irrigation system here is going off as a fine mist spray, watering the plants. On cloudy days, as we've read in the book, there is not as much transpiration going on, or photosynthesis for that matter. Everything's slowed down, so they don't really need that much water. It's hard to do when I can only come every other day. I've tried to look at what the weather is and adjust the watering schedule. This is going off for 3 minutes. But then I have turned it off for tomorrow since it's supposed to be cloudy. So I'm kind of soaking them down today. And then I'm going to let them dry out. Because today, if the sun comes out in the afternoon, what happens when the sun comes out? Whoever's been in this greenhouse knows it starts cooking. As soon as the sun comes out, the temperature can go up to 90 degrees pretty instantly. So my thought was to set the schedule to have this water and kind of soak them down pretty good today, and then turn it off for tomorrow since it's going to be stormy. So all these, what I've been showing you, these are the geraniums. These are ones we started way back in January. Oh, here comes this one. Ah! Started way back in January. They had a little tough going. Remember, they were a little slow growing and the leaves were not looking too hot. What kind of problem can cause discoloration in the leaves? I want you to list 3 things that can cause discoloration in the leaves. But as you see, they're a bit happier now. Some of the old leaves have the discoloration. Remember that this is the true coloration. This is called black magic. So it's supposed to have that darker inner circle. But that was not what was supposed to happen. So the new growth is looking good. This one's kind of interesting with a half and half leaf, but these are, again, the black magic. We had a couple different colors of black magic. But, again, remember, some of our leaves are discolored, but now the new growth is looking good. And the more sun we get, the more black they'll get, because they're kind of washed out kind of color. But we have had, like, half a day of sun, maybe. But these are looking pretty good. Even geraniums in general, you need to know your crop. I keep saying that. So this coloration in the leaf here, that is how the geranium is supposed to look. So that is okay. But if you didn't know that, you could think that's a deficiency. So having multiple crops that you're growing, like I said, all flowers and everything are considered crops. If you don't know your crop, you could not be able to identify any issues. So I know that this one, it must be white flowering. And if it will focus, yes, it is the white one. So because I know that the white flower has no coloration in the leaves at all. So I can kind of tell that one by the leaf. I'm running through the sprinklers right now. Sorry. Here are the other plants that we direct sowed right into their final pot so we can skip the transplanting step. You can't really do that with a lot of the plants because the root systems need really good drainage and they're very slow growing, so the roots will not fill up the pot. Right now, these are pretty quick growing. They're tight in there. So I know that these roots probably have immediately grown to the bottom of the pot. So I've been keeping them dry. This is the wettest these have been, like I said, because I'm soaking them today and I'm going to let them dry out tomorrow. But we have, this experiment isn't perfect because look at this flat. We have some that are all about the same size. One, it must have been a little deep, a little short runt there. Some did not even sprout. So direct sowing is not perfect because you do not want to have any empty spaces in your greenhouse, and those can, over time, the ones that have no plant in it to absorb the water, they can have some algae growth or also breed some diseases. So not ideal, but with our labor shortage right now, it was the best thing I could do to still have some plants. So those were zinnias. Now these are the marigolds. They have a very different leaf. It is a lobed leaf, deeply lobed and serrated. I wish I could zoom in a little better. Sorry about that. But those of you who have taken some other classes, you know what lobed and serrated leaves look like, or what that means. And here's our sunflowers. So the sunflowers, they're looking pretty good. These are dwarf sunflowers. Justin, sorry, your other ones got really leggy and flopped over, and I gave up on those for now. But these are all dwarf ones, and look how big they're getting already. So these ones are good to have in like a pot or in a landscape area. So we're going to be putting some more benches in here tomorrow and filling up with more plants. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing is the strawberries. So we started these from little tiny strawberry seeds. Yes, the ones that get stuck in your teeth. So they're a little slow going, but they had thrips really bad. You can maybe see some of the discoloration on the leaves, kind of a like spots kind of in the leaf, and we had the thrips, and so I had to go ahead and spray those. But we'll keep an eye on these so we see how big they get over time. So I will keep you posted weekly of what's happening in the greenhouse and the transformation over time. I have been taking photographs as well. I was going to do like a time lapse thing from the same spot. So hang in there. I'm doing the best I can. And if you have other classes, other instructors who are doing unique individual things for their labs that I could do, I really appreciate any input or other things you'd like to learn, special interests you may have. That we were supposed to have a lot of labs the end of this semester, so if there's special things you want me to show or videos or special topics, please post them into discussion. I am going to have a weekly discussion topic that we'll talk about. I'm still getting up to speed, so just keep reading your textbook, doing the questions, answering the questions in the videos, and I'm working on getting some more interactive discussions, etc. going. Hope you're all well. Bye-bye.